Hello students, today we are going to start a new topic, power supplies, DC power supplies. In paper first, topic number 2, DC power supplies. So the DC power supplies which provides a DC output voltage, just like a battery. Hmm? So these DC power supplies consists of one transformer, rectifier, filter and regulator circuits. Okay, so DC power supplies uh, provides DC output voltage. These power supplies are of two types: unregulated DC power supplies and regulated DC power supplies. In unregulated power supplies, only the transformer, rectifier and filter circuits are used. But in regulated power supplies, uh, a regulator circuit is also included. Okay, DC power supplies are of two types: fixed DC power supplies, or fixed 5 volt or fixed 12 volt DC power supplies, or uh, and in variable power supplies, uh, 0 to 30 volt or 0 to 25 volt. Now, that is, we can adjust or set the output voltage as per our requirement. Okay, so regulated power supply is also called as stabilized power supply. Stabilized power supplies. Mm, then first component used in DC power supply is a transformer. Okay, first component used in DC power supply is a transformer. Transformer is a device which transfers electrical energy from one winding to another winding without changing the frequency. Without changing the frequency, the AC voltage is transferred from primary to secondary due to the mutual induction property of the transformer. That is, the transformer works on the principle of mutual induction. When AC current flows through primary, then there is a change in magnetic flux, and due to this change in magnetic flux, voltage is induced into the secondary winding. These transformers are of two types: step up transformer and step down transformer. Step down transformer. Transformer has two types of windings: primary winding and secondary winding. So voltage is induced into the secondary. This voltage is secondary voltage is AC. So secondary voltage is AC. In step up transformer, secondary voltage will be more than primary voltage. Okay, but in step down transformer, secondary voltage is less than primary input voltage, because the number of turns of secondary coil is less than primary coil. Okay, this AC voltage transfer, this AC voltage, secondary voltage, is then connected, or output of this transformer is connected to the rectifier circuit. Okay, to the rectifier circuit. So as per our requirement of DC output voltage, we can substitute that proper rating of transformer in the DC power supply. For example, if we require a 12 volt DC, then we can substitute here 12 volt secondary transformer. If we require 9 volt DC, then we substitute here 9 volt secondary transformer. That is, this can be decided by using the formula VDC is equal to 2 Vp upon pi, 2 into Vp upon pi, where Vp is the peak voltage, which is equal to, suppose a 09 transformer is connected, then peak voltage Vp is equal to 1.414 into 9 volt. Okay, and into 2 Vp upon pi. By using this formula, the DC output voltage is calculated. Then this AC voltage of the transformer, secondary voltage, is then given to the rectifier circuit. So this rectifier circuit's function of this rectifier circuit is to convert AC voltage into DC voltage. Rectifier is a device which converts AC voltage into DC voltage. These rectifiers are of three types. There are three types of rectifier circuits: half wave rectifier circuit, then center tapped full wave rectifier circuit, and bridge full wave rectifier circuits. Okay, this rectifier converts AC into DC. In half wave rectifier circuit, only one diode is used. In center tapped rectifier circuits, center tap transformer, secondary transformer is used, and two diodes are used. In center tap full wave rectifier, two diodes are used, and in a bridge rectifier, full wave bridge rectifier circuits, four diodes are used, and these are in this bridge full wave rectifier circuits, center tap transformer is not required. Okay, then this rectifier DC output of the rectifier, output of this rectifier is a pulsating DC. That is, it is the output of this rectifier is not pure, it is pulsating DC. There is some part of AC in the output. So this part of AC is also called as a ripple or AC component. So it is unwanted or undesired. This AC component is undesired or unwanted, so it should be removed. So this AC component is filtered or removed by using the filter circuits. Okay, the filter circuit, this output of this rectifier is then given to the filter circuit. Okay, so filter circuit removes the AC part or AC component from DC, and then we get a pure DC output voltage. Pure DC output voltage, or it is also called as smooth DC voltage. Smooth DC. These filters circuits are there are different types of filter circuits. Capacitor filter circuit, then LC filter circuit. L means inductor, capacitor, LC filter, then RC filter, and pi type filter. Okay, pi type filters. So these are the different types of filter circuits which is used. The filter circuit is used to provide a smooth DC output voltage, smooth DC, okay, or pure DC. But this DC output voltage, regulation of this DC output voltage is very poor. That is, when the AC input voltage changes, when AC input fluctuates, then the DC output voltage also changes to a large extent. There is a change in output voltage also. When AC input changes, there is a change in output voltage. But many electronic circuits require a DC output voltage which should remain constant. That is, which does not change. Even the AC input voltage fluctuates, or even the load current also changes. When load current changes, the output should remain constant. So for this purpose, regulator circuits are used. Okay, this output of the filter circuit is unregulated. It is unregulated. That is the regulation, percentage load regulation or percentage line regulation. It is very poor. So it should be improved, or the output should remain constant. So for this purpose, regulator circuits are used. So these regulator circuits, there are different types of regulator circuits. One is a Zener regulator, okay, in which Zener diode is reverse bias. Zener diode is reverse connected, or that is the cathode of the Zener diode is connected to positive and anode is connected to the negative. It is also called as a shunt regulator or Zener regulator. So Zener regulator is one type of regulator circuit, regulator. Okay, it maintains the output voltage constant. The function of the regulator is to maintain the output voltage constant, even if there are changes in AC input voltage, or even there are variations in AC input voltage or variations in load current. So Zener diode is used as a voltage regulator. So this is Zener regulator. It is one type of regulator. Then transistorized series regulator. Second type is transistorized series regulator, in which series transistor is used. Power transistor. It is a, for example, 2N3055. This transistor is a series regulator. Okay, transistorized series regulator. Then third type is IC regulator. There are some ICs, 3-pin ICs, which is used as voltage regulator. Say, for example, IC7805, which provides a DC output voltage of fixed 5 volt. DC. Or 7812, it is also 3-pin IC regulator which provides 12 volt DC output voltage. This IC has 3 pins. Pin number 1 it is input, pin number 2 it is ground or common, and pin number 3 it is output. Okay, so these regulators are used to maintain the output voltage constant. It keeps the output voltage constant irrespective of variations in AC line voltage or variations in load current. So this is about the block diagram of DC power supply. So we will stop here.